Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning. It's 5-Question Friday. Yay! If I was like cooler, I would have like an intro here, but I don't. I'm sorry. All I have is my coffee, I have my questions. And today I'm very excited about this. We are giving away, are you ready? It's an ARC of this book. Ink. Oh, can you see there's a reflection from my window. So this book right here, I think if I tilt it that way, there's no reflection. So today we are giving away, this is our giveaway. It's not a paperback giveaway, but it's a very early ARC giveaway of this book, Ink. I'm so excited about it, you guys. Thank you. Someone said my hair was gorgeous. Thank you. I just got it cut and colored Wednesday. So thank you, Bree. You're wonderful. That's my hairdresser. She's awesome. Anyway, so we're giving away an ARC of ink. An ARC of ink. I don't know why that amuses me for some reason. Here, I'm trying to avoid the reflections. You've seen this cover. This cover is hopefully everywhere. That's the aim anyway. The book is coming out March 13th. It'll be available in paperback and ebook. The audio will take a while, though I'm working on that, but a very quick note about audio. I don't know, you guys, I worked so hard last year on producing both The Staff and the Blade and Midnight Labyrinth and having them kind of out and available to you, especially Midnight Labyrinth, as soon as possible. And they've been stuck in quality check over at Audible for over a month now. I don't know what's going on. I've emailed Audible. As far as I know, they haven't said, hey, there's a quality problem. Both the narrators I worked with and producers I worked with are really experienced professionals. So I don't know what's going on. As soon as I do know, I will let you know. So I can't tell you when audio is going to be ready for ink, but I am planning on doing an audio edition. I'm really, really excited about it. Early feedback from editors and beta readers has just been super positive, and it was just so fun to dip back into contemporary romance again. A lot of you obviously know me as a fantasy writer. I love fantasy. It's definitely my first love, but I actually started out when I started writing, way back in fanfic days. I started writing into contemporary romance, and of course I have The Genius and the Muse, which is one of my early books. In fact, that's the first book I actually finished, though it's not the first book I published. But that's a contemporary romance. So I'm excited. I'm excited about ink. I'm excited about this whole possible series. I'm saying possible right now because if nobody buys ink, then I'm not gonna spend a lot of time writing the next one. That's kind of obvious, but I'm hopeful. Pre-orders have been good, and advance buzz and reviews is really good. So I'm very excited about it, and I hope you all are too. So that's the giveaway today. We're giving away an ARC of ink. You could be one of the very, very, very first people to read a copy of ink. Hopefully you'll like it. And that's coming out March 13th. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, to enter, all you need to do is leave a comment during the live Facebook Live. It's not a live broadcast. Broadcast sounds way too fancy. The live talking to, which is what I'm doing right now. Anyway, this is 5-Question Friday, where I get 5 of your questions mailed to me, written out by my devious assistants, and I don't know what they are. They're just here in a sealed envelope, and they could be anything. Could be something embarrassing. They usually try and put at least one in there to trip me up, so we'll see what happens today. A quick note about 5-Question Friday. Send in your questions. I don't know if we're running out of questions. You can ask me anything. I might not answer it, but you can ask me anything. About Earring Chronicles. I'm working right now on The Seeker, which is Reese's book. I'm excited about that. And I'm doing kind of all the outlining and everything for that. Midnight Labyrinth is sequel. I have switched places, and so I'm going to be writing that in the fall, summer, fall, rather. And yeah, so those are the big projects for this year. The second ink, obviously, coming out in March, and then summer release for Erin, and then a fall, winter release for the next Elemental Legacy book. And yeah, so that's about it. That's what I'm working on. That's my year planned out. We'll see if I can actually keep to the schedule. I hope so. Without any further ado, 5 Question Friday. Let's see. What have you all been asking me? Here, I should probably not put that right in front of your face. Yep. Sending questions. I've answered a bunch of them. I will answer more. January 26 questions. And your meme for today, courtesy of the Gens, is a hippo. Everyone knows how much I love hippos. I hate them. They're horrible. Anyway, speaking of reasons I hate hippos, so very briefly, the reason I hate hippos, I didn't have any strong feelings about hippos either way until I got this boyfriend and now this fiance and future husband who actually like drives through rivers in Africa for a job. Like, that's part of his job, is driving through rivers, and there are hippos in those rivers. Hippos are enormous. I don't know if you've ever had one surface right next to a boat you're in. It's an experience. Anyway, so I got to talk to him this morning. The phone connections have not been good, so I'm happy. I'm in a little giddy mood today. Question number 1. When did you realize that you were going to have Ben and Tenzin be a couple? Have I? Have I realized that? Have I decided that? That's a little presumptuous. Person who asked this question, a little presumptuous right there. I might need a drink of coffee. What I can tell you is that by the time I finished A Fall of Water, which is the 4th Elemental Mystery book, and that's the Giovanni and Beatrice series. By the time I finished that, and A Fall of Water is really, when you think about it, and it's kind of hard sometimes because, you know, you meet these characters as a reader, and, you know, you met Tenzin back in Hidden Fires, the very first book in the Elemental world. You met Ben in This Same Earth. So you knew these characters, but they didn't actually know each other until A Fall of Water. You know, they had kind of these different independent lives in the Elemental Mysteries universe, and it wasn't until A Fall of Water that I started writing these 2 characters, both of whom I loved. But I started writing scenes with them together. And it was pretty evident as soon as I started writing their scenes together that they just had this really fun, crazy on-page, not on-screen, on-page chemistry that I hadn't anticipated. But when I started thinking about it, it made a lot of sense. And so their dialogue was hilarious, and like just their personalities played off each other. And so by the time I got to the end of A Fall of Water, I realized, man, these